Morning, good morning. Let's see who else here. Roman Chirac, ADHD. Yes, that is the Baltimore Aquarium. I was on the founding board of directors of the Baltimore Aquarium a long, long time ago, nearly 50 years ago. I guess 45 years ago. Grand times. Those were fun times. Fish and Tactics. Hello, Fish and Tactics. Christina Whitaker. Best way to start the day. Yeah, I got up at 7:30. I thought. Didn't take my time. I moved right along. Got on in here. J-Dog called me. And then I looked, and it was 5 minutes to 9. So, so if I look a little bleary-eyed, I am. Let's see. ADHD is walking into work. Guess she works at home. Christina, best J Dog. Stream is saved. Y'all can thank me later. Oh, good. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm glad it is. Might be a few minutes late, right? We did that. Let's see. Stephen, the biologist, is here. Stephen, delighted to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Says, good morning, everyone. Hope all you awesome fish friends are well this morning, as indeed we are. Delighted to have you here and among us. Roman Chirac. Let's see, Michael Kinsey. Michelle Kinsey. Missed you all and hope you're doing well. Well, we've missed you too, Michelle, and delighted to have you with us today. It's wonderful to see you. Gordon Hayes, I am back. Good morning, Gordon. Papa Shrimp. Hello, Papa Shrimp. 3G. Good morning, 3G. Curtis M. Hey, Curtis M. Nice to see you. Tam Shepard is here. Hi, Tam. And that's everybody for the moment. What do we have? Let's see. My fish tanks. Hello, my fish tanks. Nice to see you here. Roman Chirac saying, when does ADHD Aquatics have time to work with all her aquariums? I think that may be her work. I don't know. She certainly has her hands full. It's good to be young and energetic, I guess. Well, I know. I don't guess. Been a while. Been a while since I've been young and energetic. My fish tanks aquatics. Good morning, dirted fishy folks. There was another comment up here that I saw. Oh, Facebook user. We got somebody over on Facebook caught some croaking gourami while at the ALA. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, I missed it. Facebook user, if you will identify yourself, click on the Discord. We'll be able to see your name. In fact, if you could come over to StreamYard or Facebook, you'll be able to link in with your name and be able to get a wrench and maybe have a good time. I don't know. What was that? I saw someone say this morning. Roman Chirac says we have frost on the rooftops this morning here in Toronto. Somebody said they were finishing their Bible reading. Who said that? Mermaid's Chorus. Hi there. Oh, here it is. Gordon Hayes. Be right back. About finished with my morning Bible reading. Well, where are you, Gordon? Where are you? And are you reading through, or do you want a reading through program or a daily reading program? Stephen. Stephen's working on a really exciting project with us over on Discord. We are trying to codify his teachings. So we're going to be Herb is going to be asking him a series of questions that have been put together over the last week or so, and we're going to videotape this and be able to pull out each of those on a topical list so that we'll have a really effective way to be able to help people discern the best solution to their fish health problem. So we're putting together, in effect, an online book on fish health. So that'll be exciting. Oh, let's see. Hitting bottom. Going to the bottom here again. Christina, I've never been energetic unless I'm outside. I'd rather pull a plow than wash dishes. Mercy. Wouldn't we all, Christina? Wouldn't we all? That's funny stuff. Rather pull a plow than wash dishes. Must be a farm girl. Jay Patter. Hey, Lou, it's Patterson. I'm the one who was on Facebook and caught the Grammys. Oh, wonderful. Now, you caught them. You bought them, right? Bought them at the ALA. How was the ALA, by the way? I'm sorry I missed it. I was signed up, paid my money, had a hotel reservation, a whole bit, and then wound up with a fairly serious personal problem. I'm going to take a short cut here and get some coffee. Excuse me a second. Oh, dear. Coffee. Oh. Whee. My fish tank. Aquatics. Good morning. Vinoksky is here. Hello, Vinoksky. Curtis M. Let's see. J.R. Patterson. Patterson. Where do I know you, Patterson, from local clubs? Are you active locally? Scott Stankovich. Good morning. Country girl, Christina says. 100% country girl. I'll bet you. Caught him in a ditch. Oh, come on. Seriously. You caught croaking Grammys in a ditch in the Miami area. Honest to God, it drives me nuts. The stuff that is loose in Florida. That's a stunt. I've been wanting to get over there and do some collecting. This just fuels the fire. I really need to do. Oh dear, Ruby Begonia is lurking and getting ready for a funeral. Well, I hope you're well too, Ruby, and my condolences. Scott is making my coffee after Army PT. Bravo. It is John Patterson. I thought as much. And come on now, John. John is one of the top collectors. One of those most knowledgeable people I know about tropical fish. And he caught croaking gouramis, blue eyes. John John, we got to go collecting. Got to go collecting in the on the East Coast. Well, that's astoundingly impressive to me. I've got some old photographs, if I can find them, of John and myself collecting. Oh, this those of you who were around last week and heard the story of collecting. What day was that? Wednesday? Last week, Wednesday, I think. It was with Frank, and we were collecting at a place John and I went to on Longboat Key, the northern side of the bridge going on to Longboat from City Island. There's a wonderful picture of John and I collecting in the rain in waist-high deep water. I don't think we got a lot. Maybe we did. I don't remember. But John, I got stopped by Fish and Wildlife. And fortunately, I didn't have any you-know-what. Somebody is calling me. This must be John. It's an 813. Father Fish? A website builder here in Sarasota. I thought it might have been John. Anyway, that's pretty exciting stuff. Gordon Hayes, reading through From Generations to Revolutions, as a little kid once said, I love it. Finished Luke this morning. From Generations to Revolutions. That's pretty good. I hadn't heard that before. Generations to Revolutions. That's the Bible right there. That's it. That nails it. Love it. Why have I never heard that before? That's incredible. As a little kid once said, Finished Luke, so you're into John. Good stuff, good stuff. Catching Grammys in a ditch. I know. It just blows me away. 90 minutes north of Miami. Been there since 2014-ish. Wow. First time Rusty Wessel I ever caught anabantoids. Definitely a lifer, I guess. Wow. Phone starts with 919, right. Oh dear. Michelle buried his mother on Saturday. So sad, so sad. I was talking to some friends the other day about loss, about the loss of people. When we suffer that loss, it's like part of us is taken away, because that relationship, which moves forward in time and binds us, makes us more than one, makes us a part of something larger, and when part is taken away, we're bereft. You know, I've experienced this numerous times, sometimes very severely. Stephen did just recently. We grieve for him and with him. So we move along, and each time someone dies, we're made less and less. We have less and less contact, I guess, less and less contact with the world, involvement with the world. And if we live long enough, I have a roommate here who is 93. He'll be 94 next month. He has a daughter and a son, still has family that are close to him, but really no one else. A few friends he's made along the way. His His friend is the television, and he watches 60s shows exclusively. Very sad. But this is why we have faith in an ultimate future, that there is meaning and purpose and a continuation of our consciousness of life beyond this mortal plane. John says, an interesting case study on the gouramis. I'll probably throw together a 30-minute talk for Venice on microhabitats. That would be exciting. I've got a place I need to take you, John, that I have found an unlimited supply of Everglade, and I'm pretty sure it's Elisoma, but they look a little different to me. So I really got to get you out there. Give me a call when you can, and we'll take a ride. Curtis M. Hello. Joshua Miller. Good morning, Joshua. Curtis is got to go do work. Finish watching later. Good to have you with us. Let's see what else is here. Oh, Snake Piskin is here. He's having trouble with one of his discus, still hiding and not eating. Stephen is around, Scott, and I'm sure that if you've left a message on Discord on the emergency channel, he'll be over there to check it out. He's here right now. Stephen, thank you so much. Support and love in this community has always been a driving factor. Amen to that. It absolutely is. Absolutely is. John says, Roman, yes, I love jumping in ditches and catching stuff. You're going to love this ditch. I have found the ultimate ditch. We got to get you out there. Michelle Kinsey, thank you, Father. Well, thank you, dear Michelle. Patricia Powers, good morning. Good morning, Scott Stankovic. Good morning. Anyway, Snake, Stephen, Snake is having trouble with the discus, and we've really not been able to advise him. He's on Discord, so when we're through here, maybe we can get over there and check that out. We're going to be doing our interview, I guess, late this afternoon with Stephen. I'm looking forward to that. NYC Fish Keeper. Peace and good day to the fish shoal and to you, NYC. I have Metroplex and General Cure. Yeah, we'll have to look. We'll have to dig into it. Comes out at night. It may simply be being dominated by some of the other discus. Probably be a good idea to move them. If you can, move them into a different tank. Maybe set up a tent or something for him. I don't know how big he is. Oh, here we go. Stephen can't let it alone. He's gotta get into it here. We're gonna let them carry on by themselves. We'll keep an eye out to see if any bon mot, any particular word of wit and wisdom pop up. Deborah Shear, good morning. Nice to see you. The 60s shows probably bring back a lot of memories and friends and family long gone from earth. Yes, they do. His family, his wife and children, who all grew up in that era. Oh, these are little tiny guys. 1-inch discus, little guys. Oh, what kind of eel is it, Snake? a small eel and some cories. Eels are nocturnal, so you might not see it. Although if you've seen this guy come out at night, if he comes out at night, then I would suggest he's being dominated and bullied. American eel? Wow. 3 inches and not eating. He'll eat at night. American eel, that's interesting. Huh. Little curious story. The difference between the American eel and the European eel. They both spawn in the Sargassum Sea, which is off the coast of Florida. Well off the coast of Florida, but nonetheless off the coast of Florida. They curious animal. They breed, I should say. They don't spawn. They breed in the Sargassum Sea, and then they return. The European eel returns to Europe. The American eel returns to the America, and they go way up into fresh water to spawn. The babies are born way up into fresh water, and as they grow, they move down into salt water until they become big, and when they become big, they swim out to the Sargassum Sea from both continents. They spawn together and then they separate again. And that's the difference between them. Dana Hritz, sorry. Morning all, wasn't able to go collect the Grammys, but recently found a spot for jewel cichlids and maybe half-beaks outside downtown Tampa. Whoa, half-beaks. Amazing. Imre von Balgui. Hello, Imre. Nice to see you. Stephen saying he's having a predator-prey reaction. Something in that tank is making him hide. Do you have a lot of decor or plants? Breaks the vision between them. And what size is it? Here we go. You go, Stephen. Absolutely. Tam is posting an invite to Discord. Those of you who have not experienced the Discord channel, we very much welcome you to do so. It is remarkable, and it is something you probably have never experienced before. It's an opportunity to share with, I don't know how many active people we have now. We have over 625 members. Active members, probably 150 at this point. In a series of what we refer to as channels. It's called a server, the Fatherfish server, and there are channels, and the channels are listed in a directory on the left-hand side of the screen and allow you to get into conversation and on a variety of topics. And it is very, very wide-ranging. All manner of fish discussion, with specialties in deep substrate, plants, saltwater, but also off-topic streams. We have, for example, one of our members, Tisha, has a channel about her personal experience and personal interests. And she's such a charming person that we gave her this channel to be her own, to give people an opportunity to chat away on non-fish related topics. So there's nothing fishy in that channel. We have a meme channel that is rather remarkable. And it's just one meme after another and really amazing. I need to do a video on that once. I threatened to do that a while back. I think I'm going to do it. I may do it today. We'll see how it goes. Stephen is saying, gonna take a look at the pictures on Discord. One of my favorite tanks was my 500-gallon wild discus tank. Wow. Wow. I had a 500-gallon tank. I can just imagine that with discus. Wow. People fall out of their bed today. Fish tropic. What are you talking about? Emily Stevens. Hello, Emily. Good to see you. 110 gallon. That's a nice sized tank. John, while they look like cat beaks, they're probably Balanosucs. Yeah, that's probably true. They're fatter. The half beak is very thin and elongated. The Balanosucs is more shaped more like a molly. It's more thick bodied, but has that same double beak. It's also a Livebearer. Oh, as John mentioned, remarkable fish, and there is a population of them in the South Tampa area. What is that called? Just north of Bradenton, across the river. There were some let go there years and years ago from a farm, and they have populated and remained in the area. I got some from there a couple of years ago. It is not a native, but it's found primarily, excuse me, in the Everglades. It's maybe, I don't think they get to 6 inches. The females might, four to five probably max. Extremely aggressive fish, even toward each other. Looks like it's called a Livebearer pike. It's not a pike. It's a Livebearer. Balanosucs belizanus. Neat little fish. The same color pattern, pretty much, as a green sailfin molly. Kind of the same colors, anyway. I don't know that the pattern's the same. Proper temperature for guppies. Charlotte Tabor needs to know. Somebody jump on that. Proper temperature for guppies. Really good question, Charlotte. You're going to get a lot of answers to that, I think, because it kind of runs the gamut, doesn't it? There are, to my knowledge, John, back me up here, I don't believe there are any wild populations of guppies in Florida. Now, frankly, I'd be shocked if that were true, but all I'm really saying is I don't know of any. I've never heard of any. Which says to me that it cannot tolerate water temperatures below 50 or so. And that would be my hunch, that it cannot tolerate cold water, that it is a tropical fish. It's semi-tropical, actually. It's from Central. It's from Central America rather than South America, from like Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, more northern South American climes that still do not get cold, not the way it gets cold in Florida. In Florida, we can have a freeze one night every few years here where I am in Venice. And even in the Everglades, it can occasionally, rarely, but occasionally can get cold enough to kill off most all of the invasive species. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. It doesn't get quite to freezing, but it'll get down into the 40s. Don't know that it ever gets in the high 30s, but it could. But certainly in the 40s, and that's cold enough to do it for most of these Central Americans that are invasive in the Everglades. And so they'll get kind of wiped out. The ones in deeper water will survive. But every once in a while, there will be a major kill in which everything seems to die. And it's really the invasive species. Now, there's some. Oh, here's John. What is he? John.
Hey, I don't know what the delay is, but the reason we don't have wild population of guppies is not because of the temperature. There have definitely been small established populations, but what happens? I was actually talking to the biologists at the LA that were speaking. It turns out the gambusia kill everything that escapes from the breeding area.
That makes sense.
So if they get into a niche area with no gambusia, they will survive in South Florida, like Homestead, that area.
Yeah.
But once they get into quote unquote open water, the gambusia just destroy them. And that's actually the case with most of the fish. Is once they get a certain distance from their type locality where they've established, the gambusia just basically keep them in control.
Makes perfect sense. Gambusia is a remarkably aggressive little tiny fish. I refer to them as damboozy. I have utter contempt for gambusia.
Yeah, anything that doesn't have a mouth, a decent sized mouth or full of teeth, the gambusia basically just pick the scales off of it.
Yeah.
So that's the
that's true.
What I'm going to go over in the Gourami talk.
Good. That sounds wonderful. Excited about that.
Okay, but I'll let you get back to your talk.
Thank you very much. I hope everybody heard you. Thanks so much, John. Take care. I did not post my link, or he would have been able to come up. Thank you, John, for that. That's interesting. I did not know that, but it makes perfect sense. The gambusia is referred to as a mosquito fish. It is not what I refer to as a mosquito fish. For my money, the mosquito fish is the Formosa, which is a tiny livebearer, one of the tiniest livebearers in the world. Males maximum, not much more than half an inch. Tiny, tiny little fish. Very non-aggressive. Not a pretty fish, but no one's ever really worked with him to try to get any color out of him. And I have a hunch that if somebody spent 10 years doing that, they could come up with a completely new strain of livebearer that would be, well, it would rival the guppy, I think. I think it really could. Let's see, where are we here? Fish tropic, people fall out of their bed today. Well, I guess I did. Glory. Aquatic Nest, hello, good to see you. Yeah, ADHD loves Formosa. I do too. Hetero, what is it? Hetero, can't remember. Formosa. Tisha is here. Hi, Tisha. I was just discussing Tisha and her charming Tisha's Corner on the Discord channel. ADHD, try to breed the Formosa with some color. That I think it's doable. I think it's very doable. They're not going to cross with a guppy, for example. The genetics are too disparate. But I think there's color in those genes that is waiting to be discovered, to be drawn out. Tisha has a hefty cold. Christina Whitaker, I can see my daughter dropped a female in my guppy tank. I'm down to 3 guppies. Oh dear. A female gambusia. A damboozy. Jen, hi Father Fish. Have you had success in breeding German blue rams together in a group? I have a 40 breeder with 8 rams that continue to eat the eggs and fry. Is it best to remove all but the parents? Yes. The only thing I've been able to do successfully in a group is a trio, 1 male and 2 females. And I have had I have had them breed as trios. It's unusual. Normally does not happen. Normally, the dominant pair will chase off everybody else. But once upon a time, I had a male breed with two females in the same tank and raised two spawn. Now, having said that, I shouldn't say that because they did not raise them. They hatched them and they got them up to free swimming. My experience has been once the fry are free swimming, then you've got about 6 hours to get them out of the tank before the parents devour them. And I believe the reason for this, and I've got a couple of experts here who can call me on this, but I believe the reason for this is that the German blue rams cycle about every 2 weeks, and they'll respawn 10 days to 2 weeks. They'll respawn every 10 days to 2 weeks. It takes 2 days. Once they pair off, it takes a day or two to spawn, 2 days to hatch, another 2 to 3 days to come up from the bottom. So we're now at like a week, 6 to 7 days. Once they get up, the adults have started cycling again, and so they chase everything off. Well, in a small tank, there's no place to chase, so they just get eaten, and then they'll spawn again. So the trick with rams is to pull the babies when they are free swimming. As soon as they come up off the bottom and start swimming, you want to get them out or get the parents out, and then begin feeding baby brine shrimp, micro worm, whatever you've got that's small enough, live food, preferably, to the baby rams. Let's see. Stephen. Yeah, Stephen's saying the eel could be triggering a response. Makes sense. It that or the other discus could be doing it as well, but I'm not clear about what size these are. If they're tiny, that's less likely to be true. Kevin wants to know if I keep marine fish. I have a couple of marine tanks. I have kept marine fish. I've kept lots of them. I don't have any right now. I do have two saltwater tanks set up with some nice microalgae. This tank is not clean, but I'll see if I can show it to you. This microalgae is really, really nice. See if I can do this without. My problem with moving this camera is that it, what is going on here? It disconnects. I don't know why, but it disconnects. Let's see. I can do it from the top. Yeah. These are some of the algae that we got last week. They're macro algae. I had about 6 different varieties. I think I still do, but they're sort of hidden. But stunningly beautiful. Stunningly beautiful algae. And I am shipping these out to people who have salt tanks who are looking for more unusual macroalgae. So if you'd like some, contact me on PayPal, and I'll be happy to get some out to you. Let's see. Scott Stankovich. Gone as cold as room temperature, no heater, upper 60s. Generally speaking, that works. For some species, it will not. It won't work for rams, won't work for discus. In other words, it won't work from fish that come from the tropics. It's a little too cold for them. But for fish from the semi-tropics, They'll do fine at that temperature. Angels, for example, are kept here on farms in Florida outdoors year round uh, in large ponds. They cover the ponds with a sheet of plastic that's elevated, kept above the water level. Doesn't sit on the water, so it creates a warm air, a still warm air zone that keeps the temperature up somewhat. But of course, it's winter and it still can get cold, but rarely down, never below 60, but down in the 60s certainly. Let's see. Tish is saying my boss and her family have a cold or flu. Not me. Good girl. You stay well, Tish. Tam Shepherd, my EBA spawn is gone. Saw the previous spawn eating the eggs. Yeah, I'm afraid that's. I'm sorry that happened. I think I may have advised you to leave them in hopes that that would not happen. Well, I guess we know now, don't we? So you're gonna have to make a decision to pull all those young out or to move the parents into another tank. I would pull the young if you can do it. The adults are doing so well in that tank, it would be a shame to move them out of there. But either way, it's going to work. If you put the adults in a new tank, they'll be fine. It may take them a few days to settle down, but they're pair bonded. They're going to do well. I think our young are approaching an inch, so they're pretty independent. There are fish that will spawn in colony. A lot of the Tanganyikas will do that if you have them in species tanks. They will spawn and have succeeding generations. And that's really remarkable to see that happen. To see, in effect, the older siblings taking care of the new siblings from subsequent spawnings. Snake says, I only put him in there because it was the only tank with a lid. Been together for months. Going to be hard to get them out. You need a big net, Snake. The way to get fish out of a tank, particularly hard to catch fish, is with a big net. And by big, I mean 10 to 12 inches wide. If you do that, then you can trap the fish. You don't have to chase it. With a little net, you're chasing and creating all kind of havoc. With a big net, it's simply a matter of putting it in, bringing it forward, and trapping the fish on the front glass, and then pulling it up. Very simple, stress-free, easy to do, and makes catching even tiny fish really a breeze. Get yourself a big net, the biggest you can find, 10 to 12 inch net. Obviously, it's got to be small enough to fit in the tank, but you got a 110. So a 12-inch net, if you can find one. I've got some here. If you can't find one, let me know. I can ship one out to you. Let's see what else. ADHD, Scott Stankovich. So neon angel albino blue ribbon fin, something guppies I got from Houston Aqua, doing well in a 10 on the stove in my spare kitchen in the basement. Lovely. Joseph Ariando, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us. Lady HD, talking to John. What tank size do you recommend for breeding rams? The video I watched having a 5. That's a little tiny. A 10 works beautifully, though. I've bred them in 10s for years. 20 long is nice. I had a pair once that spawned and then divided the spawn. I had them on 2 different corners, and the male and female would switch back and forth, guarding guarding the babies. It was fascinating. I have a friend who tells that story all the time when he talks about our history together. It's Mike Labello. John knows Mike. Mike's on here usually, but on Facebook, so he 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 can't comment. I think I never get a comment from him, and I can't get him to come over. I wish he would come over so we could engage with him here. Make a trap out of a water bottle to move small fish. Takes time, but not as stressful. That works really well, Christina. Again, a big net. With a big net, you can move fish stress-free. Coley loaches are never captured. We're done that. I have a secret. I have a secret trick for catching coley loaches. I siphon them out. I use about a half-inch hose and a little net. And I put the hose down in the water, hold my thumb over one end of it, over the end of it. I have it draped in a bucket. I hold my finger over the end, and then I chase them out. When they come to the front and stop, I take my finger off and move the siphon down, and they'll go up into it. They will actually follow up into the water. So I'm able to catch them that way. It's enormously effective. Caught many coley loaches that way. Let's see. Stephen, if you're on Discord and would like to go in depth on the rams, feel free to message me. Highly intelligent fish keepers here to help. I personally breed them in a rack of 20 longs when I was breeding them in large numbers for the research center I was with and taught at. Snake and many tanks. What tank should I put the eel in? He's not likely to come out of the tank. If you've got the water level an inch or two below the top, then you can be safe. Depending on the type of eel, if it's a swamp eel, he will come out of the tank guaranteed. But the American eel, I'm not at all clear that they will come out of the tank. Maybe so. I haven't kept that many. I've had some, and maybe I've had them covered too. I don't remember. Let's see. Elaine, we've got a bunch of stuff. Dollar Tree has 8 or 9 inch kids butterfly nets. A buck that I use for swordtails. That works, and it works pretty well. The butterfly nets are about so big, maybe 8 to 10 inches. They're delicate. They're not all that sturdy, but that'll certainly work. Tam Shepard, good idea. Christina, what's Christina's idea? Let me get back. Oh, the water bottle trap. Yep. I remember when I was a kid, that's how we caught fish in streams. We'd put a bottle in the stream, and it would become a cave for fish. After a few days, we'd go back, and there was always a fish in the bottle. So we'd stick our finger over the end of it and pull it up. ADHD says I siphon fish all the time. I have a lot of fast little livebearers I can seem to get from the plants. Very good, very good. That's a good trick to learn. It allows you to get a lot of things out that can be very difficult. And a lot of fish will follow, like the coley, will follow the stream of water. So it creates really an environment that they're interested in. They go rushing up into it. Tam has posted the Discord link again. Thank you so much. Let's see, Christina. I bought about 20 of the dollar store nets. I have one in every car in every corner. I had a big container of them at the shop that I would sell to the kids or give to the kids. Yeah, they're real cheap and they're really neat. Pretty long handle too, about a 2 foot handle. Some of them, the ones I had. Joshua was saying I'm going to have to go to the bait shop to get a big net for the jaguar before long. It'll be a while before it gets that big. I had a big net. I remember where I bought it. May well have gotten it at tackle store. I had a couple of them. I don't know if I still have them or if I sold them. I don't know what happened to those nets. They may have grown legs. Somebody may have absconded with them. I don't remember dealing with them during the liquidation. Nano Aquarium Guy, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you. Let's see what else is here. Dooby-doo. I think we're keeping up fairly well here. If I've missed anything, if I missed a comment that you'd like me to see, please post it again. I'm not going to go back at this point and try to catch anything. We're getting close to the end here, and I don't have time to do that. And I always get lost when I do it anyway. So please repost. Don't feel badly about that. It's my fault, not yours. If I missed your comment and you'd like me to see it and comment on it, please do post again. Oh, here we go. Dennis Christensen. As a kid, I caught 3 to 4 inch eels in the brook in my backyard, and they would always get out in Connecticut. Yeah, they go way up into streams to spawn, and as those babies grow, they're, what are they called? Fingerlings? No. What's a baby eel called? There's a word for that. I don't remember. Somebody will know. As they come downstream, they grow. So you were hitting a place where they were probably a few months old at 3 to 4 inches. And they keep, as they grow, they come on down. When they get to saltwater, they're, 2 foot long. I used to catch them as a kid in the Chesapeake Bay. And they were pretty good size. They were like a foot to 2 foot, which is close to maximum size, I guess. And from there, they go on down out the mouth of the bay and down to the Sargassum. Probably at 2 years old, I would guess. Maybe longer. I don't know. Stephen maybe knows the answer to that one. Christine, I've been making my own traps for years. Husband got me a trap. Was so excited I can't keep anything in the store-bought one. Stephen, Joshua Miller. One time I had a jaguar that broke one of my wide-angle nets. It was a net I had for many years. I think it was the end of its lifespan, but he sure broke it. Powerful fish. Biggest ones I've had were not really big. They were maybe 14, 15 inches. They get a lot bigger, but these were pretty good size, but not gigantic. Word Dunlap wants to know if I'm going to dress as Santa. I don't have a costume. I usually try to get a cap, a Santa's hat, so I will at least try. I'm sure I can't find it. It's gone, but I'll try to get another one. Elaine Lukart, the Dollar Tree nets are plenty sturdy. They feel kind of rough, so catch them and don't pick out of the water. That's interesting. I'll have to go check that out. The ones I had were kind of flimsy, so it may have been a different type. Have you kept monster fish? Yes, I have. Kept quite a lot of them. In my shop, I had a 500-gallon tank and a couple of 200 gallons, in addition to some 400-gallon vats. I had big paco. Everybody has big paco. Big paco, big red tails. I had a red tail that was 26 inches, I think, when I finally put it on a farm. All of the big cats. I've had all the big cats. Big lunkers, course, we're talking about jaguars. I had jaguars, peacocks. I had big peacocks. I had some peacocks that were wild caught in the Miami area that were big males, like 16, 18 inches. Had a lot of monster fish. Elver, thank you. Joseph Ariando. Elver is a baby eel. That's right. Thank you. Michelle is leaving us. Take care, Michelle. Stay safe and enjoy your day. Take care and God bless. And the same to all of you. We're getting right down to it here. The Nano Aquarium guy, I have a question. Which is your favorite way to catch tiny fry? I want to catch some CBDs to move them to another tank. Not sure how to proceed. Siphoning. The easiest way is siphoning. You can use a jar and try to catch them that way. You can use a fine mesh net and it works fine. I like to siphon, and I use a half-inch hose. That's big enough. I think I've got one here somewhere. Yeah, I do. Half-inch hose. I think that's half-inch. I don't know. Half-inch internal diameter. I don't have anything to measure here, but that's what I use, and it works really well. And it's kind of invisible, so you can get down there and get virtually all of them pretty easily. Just make sure the hose is long enough that it's laying in a bucket and not flopping around on the floor, or because you won't be able to pick them up if they hit the floor. Tiny seahorses pulling a sleigh. Oh dear. Wouldn't that be cute? My favorite fish. That's a funny question. I've answered this before. And I'll give you the same answer I gave the last time. When I had my shop, one of my goals was to empty my bucket list, to get every fish I ever wanted. And I did that. I got every fish I ever wanted to have. And so I've had everything now, everything I've had any interest in at all. To the point that now I've reached the place where my favorite fish is whatever I've got. Because I'm interested now in really looking at and studying and paying attention to the fish I have. Now, I'm really, really low right now. If you've looked at my recent video, and I recommend you do, welcome you to do that. I've talked about the problem I'm having in my fish room with water. And it's created a real serious problem that I'm going to have to move on and deal with them at this point, waiting to get some help to be able to do that. But do follow that video. It will have a follow-up to it pretty shortly here. Let's see. We need to get the eel out. Snake says, yes, you do. Did you check with Charles Clapsaddle about the giant snails? Elaine's saying, if you can find out what it is, maybe you can get some more and breed them. No, I did not, Elaine, and I really need to. I saw him this morning. He's moved away now. I don't see him. This dude is bigger than a golf ball. He's light brown. I don't see him. It's hard not to see him because he's so big. And I know he's okay because he was out front this morning, but he's going to the back of the tank. And I don't see him in there. He's in there. It's been amazing to me that he has lived. I've had him for, I don't know, 6-8 months. I don't know where he came from. Just this monster, light colored brown, like cocoa colored brown snail. Gorgeous, gorgeous snail. I will do that. I will get hold of Clapsaddle and see what I can find. Ever get into rare aquatics? Not really. Um, Although I do have a farmer now who's dealing more and more in the rare aquatics. So I'm getting into it. Part of the reason I need to go through these changes in my tanks because the rarer plants are not doing well for me. I need to get softer water for them. Steven said talking to Snake, and we're gonna knock it off here. We're way over. Dube's World early stream near caught me off guard. I know we do get an early start here. Glass Fox. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Joseph Ariando wanting to set up a 20 and try to keep small seahorses. Are you still able to find something around? No. I'm afraid I cannot. I've discovered that they are, according to a wildlife officer I talked to recently, they are CITES listed, and so I cannot take them. Guess that's all I got to say about that. That's kind of the bottom line of them. Sad but true. All right, Whip's leaving. Hello, Whip's World. Charlotte Tabor, thank you for being a blessing to all of us fish keepers. Thank you so much. So much, Charlotte. Okay, we're gonna run it down to the wire here. Let me do this. Let's go off with a little tune, and we will. I need to go back to the beginning. All right. Start it over again. It's a great video. Love this video. Thank you so much. Good to be with you all. Absolute delight. God bless. Have a wonderful day. I will see you Friday evening. Hello to Coolie for Schoolie. Take care, Mermaid's Chorus. Not sure. Good to see you all. Let's post some links here. Nicole, hello, Nicole. Not sure. Joseph, well, anytime. Give me a call. We can get out and do some collecting. That'd be fun. Tisha, bless you, dear. Squirrel, Snake, Elaine, Lyle, love you all. See you Friday evening.